Hi, it's Bonnie Kane again from Transcendent Winds and Bonnie Kane Experimental Music. And I'm here to answer some questions today. One of the questions I've gotten from my fans was, how did I get here? How did I become an improviser? What happened? Well, here's what happened. As a kid, I was studying classical music, classical guitar, specifically flamenco guitar. My parents had a fascination with Spain and Mexico. My mother at the time had very dark hair and looked very Spanish, like Spain Spanish, and wore it up in a bun. And so that was around in my world. They played flamenco records all the time. So I used to listen to a lot of that music and started studying guitar because from my parents' perspective, that was smaller than a piano and I could carry it around. So there you go. Anyway, boom, I'm a teenager and everybody's jamming. And I realized I can't jam. I can play guitar, I can read Segovia, I can read all the classical music, but I can't jam on a Joni Mitchell song or a Bob Dylan song. And the people, I'm about 16 at this time, and the people that I'm around, they have no feel for what I can do, so I have no support, and I got totally frustrated and quit. And went to art school, went to art college. Didn't play any music. And it wasn't until I was almost done college that I had some roommates who had studied with the Paul Winter Consort, and they had classical music backgrounds, but they were improvisers. And I'd never really got this. Even though I'd been exposed to the Sun Ra Orchestra and exposed to some of these things, I'd heard the music, but I never thought that I could do it because there weren't any women players even in Sun Ra's band. Only dancers, only singers, and I was not that. But I still enjoyed it. So there I am, and I'm living with some other improvising musicians, one of them being a flute player, and so I started playing flute, trying that out, and trying it out from a new perspective. I certainly took some lessons and, used my reading to, get around on the instrument and build the technical chops part of it, but my orientation towards music was quite different. A few years go past that, and I'm sitting at a cafe in California, small little bar, and there's some musicians playing, and this one guy is playing soprano saxophone. Oh, he's about 5 feet away from me, and I'd never heard one like that, that close. And I was just grabbed internally. I was like, I gotta do that. The sound is so amazing. And so that's how I started playing saxophone, and I sucked. I sucked for a few years. That is a tough instrument to really get immediate gratification on. I mean, I had neighbors throw rocks through my windows, see all kinds of things like that. Had to got thrown out of a lot of roommate houses. It's a tough instrument. It's a loud instrument. You can't practice it softly. I mean, not until you're really good at it. Anyway, that was how I got here. I, started improvising, started studying improvisation. You want to know how you study improvisation? Well, you're just making it up, right? No, you're not. You're not. What you study, besides technique so you can actually work the mechanics of your instrument and get what it is called muscle memory. One of my friends calls it muscle memory in your hands. You're always trying to work out new patterns and new things, going for stuff. But what you study is the present, is being, as an improviser, is being present at the moment. We all have lives. You come to rehearsal, you drove there, you took a train, you whatever, you went to work that day, you're out of work, you have a great home situation, you just had a fight at home. We all have lives. Now, the art, excuse me, of improvisation is, can you take all that life, all those experiences, and bring them right here to right now, at the moment, and dig deep down and find your truth with that and express it through your instrument. And then, can you share in that conversation, because it is a conversation, with the other players around you? Do you converse well? Can you both or all, depending on how many people are there, get into that moment and share that moment? So presence is what you practice. Presence. It's not just random stuff. And the success of it, you can hear it. The audience can hear it. When, when you go to a show and you go, God, that was really great. That really touched me. I really spaced out. It's because the artists were able to command that presence, command that time and space, harness that. When it feels like, these people are just noodling around, it feels disconnected. It doesn't feel serious. That's when they're not able to harness that energy, move that energy. I feel like in my own playing, and again, this is me speaking. I don't stand for every improviser around. I don't know. This is my opinion. What hooks me into it. That's the art. That's the art. That's what I go for, is movement of energy. Can I take the energy in the room? Because every room is different. Every audience is different. Every situation is different. These little videos are different. I know I'm speaking to you, but yet here I am standing out in the woods. Can I harness the energy of this moment to express this idea to you, to get it across? That's the challenge. That's what you practice. Along with some scales and some things that will train your fingers or train your breathing or train your coordination, depending on, what you're playing. Okay, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy the music. I'm Bonnie Kane from Transcendent Winds and Bonnie Kane Experimental Music. See you soon.